Hassan in Slough, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Assalamu alaikum. Good to speak to you.
Wa alaikum salam. What would you like to say, Hassan?
I just want to say that the idea that Prime Minister Sunak is too rich to be Prime Minister is absolute daft. They're one of the daftest ideas I've heard. And if we look at his background, or his family's background from humble beginnings, and then he became successful. If we look at Tata family in India, they're billionaires, but they started from very humble backgrounds. When Tata himself sold milk on the streets of India, and my late grandfather started from humble beginnings, but then built up an empire in Bangladesh, after partition.
Yeah.
So it shows that, so when people ask, where is that link, or that empathy, the opportunity is actually there. Now, I've always felt, and I've been a Tory for 32 years, that Conservatives have actually helped propel people by giving them opportunities. And you'll remember this case in point is the assisted places scheme in the 1990s, when bright children from poor families could get vouchers to study in private schools. And one of my friends was a beneficiary of that, and he said that's why he votes Conservatives, because he was from a council estate. He went through that system, and then he was very, very prosperous for him and his family. I was really proud of that. And when Tony Blair came in, they abolished it. I was really angry. Keir Starmer, if he does become Prime Minister, he's going to do something similar by trying to abolish the VAT exemption that private schools have, because there is a number of families, thousands of families who are on that precipice, on that brink, where they need to rely on scholarships from private schools. They're going to be out of the system. And that's Labour waging war on the poor. It is absolute tragedy.
But Hassan, what do you say to people who would come back and say, look, my view is I agree. I don't think that's a good policy from Starmer. I talked about it the other week. But what would you say to those who come with a counter-argument saying, well, hang on a second, if you can afford to spend money on sending your kids to private school, that's your prerogative. If you're going to get slapped on with VAT, that's absolutely fair, because why should the rest of society subsidise your personal choice to send your kid to a private school? Because that's what you want to do.
Well, it's not a personal choice. So my pushback would be the VAT abolition, or the VAT exemption abolition, will not affect the very rich people. It's not going to affect them. It'll affect those people who are on the brink, who need the scholarships. And any parent would want better for their children. So you're actually punishing those parents who are on that brink, who are going to be out of the system. So you're punishing them. So that's how I would respond to them.
Thank you, Hassan. I appreciate it. I appreciate your call.